let's continue. That was just half a joint, so you know, I might just go smoke another half, like a full joint, because I feel like I want to be high before I watch this shit right here. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Hell, motherfucking yeah, because I'm already feeling like I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get through it all the way, but mm, let me smoke another half a joint and see. It would make it more fun, I guess. Hold on. All right, let's get this shit started.
When there's always more story to tell.
Oh, got my headphones.
And we say these names, and on y'all own platforms they see who y'all are, but of course on this couch, of course I want to be able to say a name and have people be able to see who we're speaking of and kind of go through there. If you don't mind, we are welcoming Velvet to the couch, as she is right here by your side, right here to support with her beautiful daughters.
You can see right here.
As we are here to I just quickly want you to even touch on, your history personally with Velvet, as far as even coming in and how you met her, and then how you exited with her in Tout.
So that's crazy. I have to go in the intro because I never exited with her. How we ended up meeting was actually very interesting.
This shit is funny.
So I went to the group. You guys understand the pretense of me before the group, and now I'm going to the group and what I kind of went through in the group. She's the cult leader's wife the whole time. Like, if there's any woman that's ever been with Eligio that is off limits, it's her. And we're never knowing why. Like, we're knowing why. We just know he really likes her. She's on the way. She's pregnant by him by the time I meet her. She's already like 6 months, 7 months in already. And I'm like, it's like 6 months in already. And this little one isn't even here yet, Ellie. And she's a cult leader's wife. I have to study her day in, day out. Like, I'm an astrologist, so like I do astrology, but I've never had to study somebody's chart more than hers. I didn't even study Eligio's chart as much. Eligio would have me,
Wait, you wanted to study her, or he would have you study?
Eligio would have me study her chart, so that he would know, if she left, is she gonna come back, or is she gonna do this? Where is she at in this process? So she can do that. Oh, what are her angels? What are her demons? Oh, look at her, she's in her demons. Oh, it's her. See, I'm a good guy. I'm Eligio. I'm a good guy. It's her. She's tripping. Y'all, you see that? She's tripping. And the whole group, everybody thinks she's fucking nuts. From when I meet her, we're thinking she's crazy. I'm thinking,
y'all look at baby Ellie during this time. And it's something going on with Velvet, because you see how she got her arm over Ellie. So it's like she like in a kind of like a protective mode. Something going on here. Something going on here energetically. Oh, I don't know. I kind of fuck with Velvet. I don't know. I don't like her actions, but I feel like she doing this because she was in a fucked up situation. Like a single mother, she needed the money. You know? Mm. But I think this shit hard. I think it's hard on her spirit. Yeah. I feel that. It's hard on her motherfucking spirit.
thinking she's nuts. I'm thinking she is his crazy wife. She's a mute. She's like, she just breaks stuff. She's just volatile for no reason. She's with the greatest guy ever. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting like a child? Like, grow up. And everybody kind of like look at her like that because he puts that narrative out. We're never knowing her side of the story. Now I heard her side of the story after this, and I'm understanding her energy. And I've finally been able to spend my own time with her. And I was able.
Did y'all see that shit at the beginning? Like, I don't like the fact that he instantly putting his motherfucking spit on her. Hold on, let's go back to this. Cause it's some bullshit right here to me. Hold on. Let me move these cards out the way. I separated these videos. I might release this part first, but I did watch some of what I could take of the whole Jaguar situation. Honestly, I'm so fucking over it. They all is playing like a game or whatever, and you know, they think they got something to gain out of this or whatever. They actually being played energetically. See, they keep trying to get people attention, but in a toxic way. It's always out of deception, something demonic happening or some shit like that, you know? That's why the news is so crazy right now. They keep trying to get our attention, but they doing it in a way that we are ascending past. So it just don't grab our attention. Like with the whole Shaquina shit or whatever, people ain't giving a fuck about that because the way that y'all is in our face telling us this motherfucking lie. Like we could see y'all playing motherfucking games. Like this shit don't even look real. So it's not holding the attention of like divine people. And they love divine energy, I'm telling you. They love that shit. They need that shit. So that's why they even doing all these tricks or whatever. They wanted somebody like Jaguar. Because Jaguar has an influence, especially on conspiracy theories and people who is still like stuck on that shit, because it's something beyond that and it's the spiritual. But people who is stuck on that shit, they ain't there yet. But they want to get a energy that can hold on to people long enough so people don't go to the next level, which is the spiritual, not religion. So that's why they give us distractions like these. And if you feed yourself this on a regular basis, it will fuck with your vibration. It do have to get to a point, like if you watching me talk about it, I'm talking about it in a spiritual way. So, and it's a reason why your soul is like even here, you know? Then when you looking at this shit, you could pay attention to what fucking matters. Okay? Cause the story and all this shit that they talking about, that shit don't matter. Shit made up. Shit, it's full of games. It's all dumb as fuck. They look stupid as fuck to me. But it's all deceitful. But I want y'all to see this shit right here because this motherfucker right here, he's a predator. He's a predator. And, the reason why he with her and he fetishizes her so much is because she used to be the wife of the man who took away his motherfucking manhood. So he loving her with the intent to get this motherfucker back. And Velvet, you know, she allowing it. But I do feel like she was in a fucked up situation. But she there's people out there that look at Velvet like she's a narc. I know people feel like that. Like they looked at her like she's deceptive, she's a narc and everything like that. I do think that she's smart. And a lot of times people look at smart women like that. But I do feel like it's more to the story, you know. I do feel like she was traumatized. Like we seen before our eyes this girl be starved during her pregnancy. And that shit was real. They manifested real babies out of this shit. Okay? We seen them be abused. Now that shit was real. But, you know, if you keep zooming out, you have to think about why can this stuff be on the internet and nothing be done about it? You know, zoom out some more, and then you will see how the people who are supposed to be against this is actually a cult they motherfucking selves. And they just pimping this information out to you. There was a time like people play all types of games with this fucking energy. You know, there was a time that like on IG, you couldn't get into people account. They started to block off shit. And they will hold on to information until they release it in a certain type of way. Motherfuckers who was operating in this, they was getting high off of that shit. Cause it gave them a sense of importance. See, and that's when shit get dangerous because people don't want to lose that energy. So they play games with you. You could start out doing this content. I have talked to people who said that they was talking about this content and they got bullied off and everything. I feel like it's levels to it. I feel like that's a part of the tactic, you know. And then eventually they will approach you. But see, you know, I was thinking back at the conversation that I was having with the T. One of the first things that she said to me when I responded to her, she thought that I was going to cuss her out. She had a perception of me that I was like a hothead, that I just go off on people and shit like that. You know, so it made me think like, so are you paying attention? See, I know what I am and who I am, and I know that I talk with intention. So even though I'm saying something passionately, I'm still saying some real shit. And if you so focus on me saying it passionately, but not focus on what I'm actually saying, then it's already an issue there. That means that when you look at my content, you looking for something wrong. You looking for something. And what you could zoom in on is my passion. Because I don't understand why would you think that I would just cuss you out just because. I don't understand that. So you already had a perception of me. But then we had a conversation. You said that your perception changed. You was full of shit. You was full of shit. But you tested me with things. But you know, see, they know when a motherfucker cannot be bought. Like, they know that. Because she wanted me to talk to Nateri. And I told her no. Because I knew what Nateri was. But the way that you communicated it to me, you really wanted me to feel bad about it. And it was for a millisecond, because this is what happened. I made a video covering a video that Nateri released about putting Eligio in jail. Nateri seen the video and she lost her motherfucking mind. It was bad. So bad that they called the T in a crisis because Nateri losing her motherfucking mind because of my motherfucking video. So when the T told me this, I had a feeling like she felt as if I was going to feel good about that. But I didn't. I felt bad. And I was like, well, damn. Like, I ain't trying to make her feel bad. But, I had to take a minute. And then I said, but I don't regret what I said. Like, I don't regret what I said. Because when I was talking in that video, I'm pointing at some facts, It's some real crazy shit going on right here. But during the whole conversation, the T was trying to find a way to make me have like compassion. Trying to see, that's how you know when you be dealing with these demons, because they will use that because they know that you got a big heart. They know that. See, I felt like you were skilled. Like, you know how to get people defenses down. You know how to do that. Like, you emotionally intelligent, but you also know how to adapt. You defensive. You hella defensive. But you also one of those people that you would act like you don't care about some shit, but the whole time you be seething about that shit. So you fake as fuck. Cause, I let you know that you could be real about shit with me. Like, all I'm gonna do is seek understanding. So if there is a misunderstanding, my reaction is to clear it up. But see, what I have noticed is that y'all people intent is to cause confusion. It's something that you don't want me to see, and you casting illusions. Because after you told me that she lost her mind, and I told you, well, I don't regret what I said. Then you said this old woman to woman shit. Like, can I talk to her basically to help calm her down or to gain some type of understanding or some shit? Man, I was saying, man, what the fuck? Bitch, I understand what the fuck I'm looking at. Like, I understand what the fuck I'm looking at. Okay. So she asked me to talk to her, and I said, nah. Hold, let me think. What I said exactly. I said, I was like, nah, because she just gonna try to convince me that she's something other than what I realized she was. And I don't want to be in that cycle with her. Like, I don't feel like I don't got the energy for it. Like, I was also, and I started to ask the T, I said, what you think? You think I should talk to her? Because I feel like that's going to turn into Natira getting her feelings hurt. And I also told the T, I said, because if I talk to her, I'm going to keep it real. I don't give a fuck about none of that dumb shit. And because she's so immature, I know she going to lose her motherfucking mind. I said, hell no. Nah. I just kept asking questions and just coming to the realization, nope, it ain't a good idea. But I'm asking her questions because, I'm trying to get her perspective because she came to me and sent me that long ass paragraph, that woman to woman shit, like you trying to play on my emotions. Because you have to know that she a demon. You have to know. And if you don't know, which I believe that you do know, but that's how you like it. Because you could use that. You could control that. So, and then in your response, I remember you said something. You said, you said, oh yeah, because I wouldn't want her to manipulate you. See, you already thinking about it in the wrong way. Like out of all the shit that I said, that's what you took out of it. And I knew the feeling behind it, but instead, I just kept shining my light because I realized you got the wrong perception of me. But I'm okay. I'm patient. Like I show you who I am. I just sit here and be myself. And that's what I did. But you was a sneaky ass motherfucker since the beginning. So you wasn't showing me who you was. You had too many secrets. So yeah. But it wasn't until that one video where I was seeing that y'all was trying to utilize Dolo, my situation with Dolo energy. And I felt like they was doing it as like a weapon. And they know that they are energetically trying to lower me. But I said, I don't give a fuck about that nigga no more. And when I said that, I meant it. Like, I really, listen, when I care, I can't help but show that I care. When I'm in love, I can't help but show that. Okay. When it came to Dolo, it was always something confusing to me. That's why, and that's exactly what people seen. But the way that Natiri was talking about it, she didn't have the eyes to see that. See, in their perception, they felt like I was dismissed by him. So, but behind the scenes, when I talked to the T, she knew something of Dolo. Cause Dolo so-called exposed her in a video. I didn't even have the chance to see it because he took it down so fast. But she talked to me about it. And y'all know something about Dolo. That's why I'm saying they know that Dolo ain't shit. Cause they told me that. They told me that. And then that one time that Eligio said it, and Eligio said it like he knew something. I remember that time Eligio was like, Dolo, he crazy, like he for real crazy. He said that. Or he was saying that he was slow or something like that. Which I think Dolo is intelligent. But, I do feel like he broken. Be that as it may, let's continue this. Boy, I'm feeling energy, boy. I might be seeing all types of shit. Oh, Lord. Let's go.
She is right here by your side, right here to support. With her.
See, motherfucker. Oh, bitch. Oh, hell, motherfucking no, he didn't, bitch. No, he did not do that shit. Listen, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit right there. Like, if that was my baby on motherfucking camera, I would be like, no, don't you be putting your spit on her. I don't like that shit right there. So that's so symbolic, you know. That's his saliva, man. And the fact that he just doing that's a no. That's a real violation of me. I don't even like to do that to my daughter. Like, I would go get water, you know what I'm saying? My daughter she finicky with that. Like, she don't even like that shit, but that's a violation to me. It wasn't nothing wrong with her motherfucking face. I guarantee motherfucking you that Velvet washed her face. So what the fuck is you doing? Is no logical reason for I'm finna look at her motherfucking face. I'm finna look at her motherfucking. Oh, bitch. I'm mad. I'm finna see when I push play, I'm finna see how Velvet feeling. Cause I'm mad. See, this is all a game to him. This is all a game to him. Let me check her face. Cause it was nothing on her face. It wasn't shit on it.
We are welcoming Velvet to the couch as she is right here by your side.
Look. Hold on. Let's get a closer look, shall we? Her face look clean to me, both babies. And I know that Velvet is the type of motherfucker with her Cancer Moon ass to wipe their face before they came on camera. Oh, bitch. No. No, I don't like that shit. Cause that's symbolic to me. He wanted to mark her in some type of way. Put his saliva on her.
Side right here to support.
I'm still looking, bitch. I'm still looking if it's anything on her face. Bitch, ain't nothing right there. And look, Velvet looked over there as soon as he touched her. It looked like she looking at his arm. She ain't liking it, bro. She ain't liking it. Because she a Cancer Moon. I do feel like she protective of her kids. Oh, bitch. He violating, trying her because the camera's on. He doing that shit. Testing her motherfucking boundaries. He doing that shit. Look at this.
With her beautiful daughters.
You can see right here.
As we are here to I just
And
quickly
then
want
look,
you to even tell.
Oh, you see that? Bitch. You see? She literally knocked his hand off of her and moved her closer to her. Look at him. Motherfucker. He violated. That's an absolutely no. It don't feel good in my spirit at all. Oh, bitch. See, that's why I couldn't be in situations like this. I could not do it. Wow.
Touch on, your history.
Yeah. I'm sick of him.
Personally with Velvet, as far as
Correct.
even coming in and how you met her, and then how you exited.
Oh. Oh. He touching her right now. He reached over, he touching her right now, and she reacted by getting stiff.
With her in tout.
So that's
See, I knew exactly when he touched her because she reacted and got stiff.
crazy. I have to go in the intro because I never.
Oh, she moved away. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She moved away. Look, she moved away, bitch. Whoa. I gotta get more water. Hold on. It's intense right here. Wow, bitch. Hold on, let me make sure. Make sure this mic on. So, doing all I was doing. Never mind. I decided that I'm not going to share the other half of the video where I was looking at the other part because I don't give a fuck, you know. All that shit is just a ploy in some type of way. All right, let's go back. I'm just picking up energetically. Like I went straight to this arm right here. She gonna be a powerful spirit, child. Look at her eyes. They're pretty intense. She's seen a lot already. She's seen a lot. So she already like very mature. Already. This little girl right here is like a grown woman. Already. All right, let's go. Let's continue, child.
Exited with her. How we ended up meeting was actually very interesting.
Look.
So I went to the group. You guys understand the pretense of me before the group, and now I'm going to the group and what I kind of went through in the group. She's the cult leader's wife the whole time. Like, if there's any woman that's ever been with Eligio that is off limits, it's her. And we're never knowing why. Like, we're knowing why. We just know he really likes her. She's on the way, you know.
See, this is his whole point. He wanted her so bad because she was off limits until this point. Now that Eligio is in jail. And now he just want to be like, look, I got your woman. Wow, bitch. Because they know this is driving Eligio insane. And that's like the whole point. I mean, it's whack. Because, you know, this doesn't make you a man. Make you a coward. Because you didn't have the balls to stand up to him when he was out of jail. And now you so mad because he humiliated you so many times. Now you trying to get him back by fucking his woman. But man, Velvet, I wish you had more faith more value in yourself, because Velvet could do better. She know that. She should know that. It's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. Damn, bitch. Damn.
She's pregnant by him by the time I meet her. She's already like 6 months, 7 months in already, and I'm like, it's like 6 months in already, and you know, this little one isn't even here yet, Ellie, and yeah, she's a cult leader's wife. I have to study her day in, day out. Like, I'm an astrologist, so like I do astrology, but I've never had to study somebody's chart more than hers. I didn't even study Eligio's chart as much. Eligio would have me, yeah.
Wait, you wanted to study her, or he would have you study?
Eligio would have me study her chart, so that he would know, you know, if she left, is she gonna come back, or is she gonna do this? Where is she at in this process? If she can do that. Oh, what are her angels? What are her demons? Oh, look at her, she's in her demons. Oh, it's her. See, I'm a good guy. I'm Eligio. I'm a good guy. It's her. She's tripping. She's tripping. Y'all, you see that? She's tripping. And the whole group, everybody thinks she's fucking nuts. From when I meet her, we're thinking she's crazy. I'm thinking she's nuts. I'm thinking she is his crazy wife. She's a mute. She just breaks stuff. She's just volatile for no reason. She's with the greatest guy ever. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting like a child? Like, grow up. And everybody kind of like look at her like that because he puts that narrative out. We're never knowing her side of the story. Now I heard her side of the story.
She doing the same shit she did with Eligio. I really feel like she's stuck in some type of trauma loop. Like, this is her, kind of like her way of staying sane or something like that. Mm-mm-mm.
After this, and I'm understanding.
She doing that blank look. Like, she could really speak for herself, you know? She doing like the same thing she was doing with Eligio.
Understanding her energy, and I've finally been able to spend my own time with her, and I was able to realize what was really happening. And you know what? Very, very similar to Jag and Goomba.
Wow,
Very,
bitch.
very similar. If you gave Eligio a gun,
wow, bitch.
and you add a bunch of other women into the mix, and then you make Goomba.
Man. Whoa. This is something. Like, look at this imagery right here. I mean, this is Eligio daughter. And he up here talking about her daddy, which she know her dad like this. I don't know, it's something about this. And look how angry he look in his frame right here. Because that's the truth. He's hurt and he angry, but he trying to hide it behind his persona of love. Oh.
Good looking and charismatic.
Look at
and
him.
then give him a couple of goons to do stuff for him. Like, yeah, women gonna be a little interested in okay, who's this dude? He seemed like a boss. He seemed like a king.
He's still in competition with Eligio. Still in competition with that motherfucker. And he in jail. And you still feel smaller than him. And he in jail.
King, okay.
So let me ask you then.
And so we looking for a mature woman. We waiting for a queen to come in for him. We waiting for the baddest bitch to come in for him. And we thinking she's just this immature little girl. Is she in the way?
So as you're reading her, what are you personally feeling?
Honestly, like he don't even know how, but you know, if I was in this situation and I came to a real realization of who she is, because she like I would have started out with that. But he started out with talking about all the things that Alihio associated her with. You see that? Because he could have started out this conversation simply putting that, you know, I really got to know her and she's a beautiful person. She a good mom and she made me happy. But no, he started this conversation out with talking about how she was this, we thought she was this immature little girl and all this other shit. Like, you a bitch ass nigga. And Velvet, I really need you to see your worth and get out of this fucking delusion. Take that shit off your motherfucking forehead. Because, you know, I do feel like she's see. Like, it's like her mind ain't working because she like brainwashed. So it's just the programming. And she running on autopilot right here. But energetically, how she moving, I could tell that she love her kids and she protective of them. But she ain't connecting it together. She ain't to come into a realization that regardless of the circumstances, you have to do it another way. Like you have to. Because, you know, I really wouldn't be surprised if Solar was to start beating on her, mistreating her and shit like that. Because he doing this out of anger. It's not because he love her. And Velvet, don't you want somebody who love you? Like, damn, look at your daughter. She just sitting here quiet, just absorbing this shit. She remind me a lot of my younger self. I was quiet, just like this. Just like this. I was quiet. She gonna be a powerful motherfucker, but she gonna start out being angry because her mom is being dumb as fuck, you know? But I have faith in Velvet. I have some faith in her. I do. Damn, bitch. I remember I said that about Nateri. I remember. That's in the past, though. I ain't gonna associate the both. I'm not gonna associate both of them. Okay. All right. Let's continue.
That's what you're seeing.
I get there. I wouldn't even have even really cared about, you know, she spurred so much in me. I wouldn't even really have cared to even go to carbonation at all when presented. If it wasn't for me knowing that, like she had did it, this is what it is. It wasn't her specifically. I didn't even put this together then, but she did a video with a poem. And she was doing a poem of speaking of like just of love and like how it was just beautiful how she did the whole thing, right? I saw that poem. I'm like, Carbonation is dope. It's lit. And then they did a song called Back Jumpin', and she's sitting there next to him, and they're at the top, and it's like a throne. It's like a king and a queen. I'm like, oh, this shit organized now. Oh, this is jumping. Yeah, okay. I got up. I was dancing. I was happy. And I was really excited for the whole thing because I'm like, there's some structure, there's some order. It's like a real God's army over there. Niggas in the knowledge, everybody living in the truth. I'm not knowing these people don't know what.
Yo, she adorable. Look, she entertaining herself. She gonna be a powerful spirit. I'm telling you. She's very observant though. Like I feel like she could really read out the room.
What they teachers teaching. I didn't know. I thought they masters. I'm thinking everybody masters at this stuff for some reason. I'm not thinking they're students. I'm not.
These pop on.
With the elites, the best of the best. They all know. They all know.
He's still talking about carbonation and he haven't yet said anything good about her yet. But yet he's supposed to be so in love with her.
and it's not that. So yeah, I get there, start thinking she's crazy. I'm seeing her beat her a couple times. One of my first times really even interacting with her, having a moment to.
You see this? She looked at him. She did too. And she still got her hand covering Ellie. He's still talking about this traumatizing ass shit in front of this child. Because he could talk about it in a different way and still let people know like the gist of it. But the way that he talking about it, he's so inconsiderate.
To share with her was her passing her my favorite towel that I always been carrying with me for years. That's a maroon blood red towel, and like giving it to her to wipe the blood off of her face from him smacking the shit out of her. Like,
wow.
Let me say this. It's like I'm saying certain things, but I don't know if she gonna speak on certain things. I'm gonna say certain things. That's what I experienced.
Perspective.
I had to get. That's when I gave my towel to her the first time. This is out of the country. You know what I'm saying? We in the middle of the road. There's no police around. It's like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
And that was kind of like the message to her that from him.
Nigga, you a motherfucking lie. You ain't shit. Because, you know, he always try to make it seem like he this motherfucking hero. But yet you still stayed there to the fucking end. But you came to that realization way back then. You came to a realization that she shouldn't be treated like this and she should be leaving. This ain't right. So much so that you told her that she need to think about leaving. And even after that, you still stayed there. He always he a straight narc, okay? Like, I can't explain it no other way. Because he only care about himself. He said that he love her, but yet he have yet to shown it. Y'all crazy as fuck. Like, this whole shit is just be crazy as fuck to me. Like, the world in itself be crazy as fuck to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Was like, I could kill you. Like, I could kill you. And I'm not knowing she's living with this a lot. This is me barely getting to know. I'm thinking that this is just some toxic shit. She probably tripping.
You already said this, motherfucker. You don't got shit else to say. You already said this shit. What you thought she was. God damn, this shit is aggravating.
He's this great guy in our view already. And there's other women who he could be dealing with. So why would he be invoking this in you? Like, you're tripping. And so I'm like feeling bad for her. After getting known for a while, I remember there was one time we had to give our opinions about them, where we were giving like praises or something. And I remember I went up to.
He touching her, and she don't like it. I could not have did this shit for real, y'all. I couldn't have did this shit. I would have been a motherfucker. Then I tell you not to touch me. Like, this shit, they would have had to either edit that shit or something. Because I would have been so annoyed. Because I feel like they have some type of agreement that he is not supposed to touch her. Because she ain't liking this.
I was on my knee, and I'm like, Leo, you're like Father Nature. I give him a good cliche.
Look at her hand. Like, she do not give a fuck. She's so unresponsive to him touching her. Like, look at her hand. She's just waiting for it to be over. And he looked damn near in pain because he is.
Thing, but I'm like, with you, Velvet, you're my mom, you're my sister, like put together, and my dad, like put together. She has the same scar as my dad. She looks like she has the same sign as my mother, acts just like my mother, and just like my sister. And she actually kind of like, to me, she looks like all of them put together.
Oh my God. This nigga is just projecting shit onto her. He just he projecting whatever. He still haven't talked about who she truly is, like her hopes, her dreams, her desires. He haven't even talked about why he so-called love her. This supposed to be it, but he up here talking about his mama and his sister and all that shit, projecting that shit on her. Toxic motherfucker.
You know what I mean? And it's just nuts. And I told her, I said that, and this is very early. They're a thing at this time. I'm not. I'm just a humble, servant. And I'm telling her, you look like Mother Nature. You look like, just so godly, like the moon, like the spirit, essence of a mother, like the spirit of a mother. Like, and I was telling her that she's like my sister, my mom, all that. And it's just like, you're just, I don't know. From that moment, I remember I was saying that to her.
I feel like she just thinking about, ooh, bitch. See, I knew it. Look, she looking angry at this point. See, I didn't see her hands as yet. They clutch now. Okay? Because I feel like she just thinking about, get your motherfucking hands off of me. Like, get your motherfucking hands off of me. Oh, nah. Now she getting mad.
Very deep reverence and respect for her that was, you could almost say, was delusional from where I was at, but that's what I had for her. And she was always just this special object to me for all these years. And it was never like I was ever infatuated with her.
You heard what he said? I almost missed it because I was looking at her. He said she was this special object for all these years. This will rhyme. Crazy motherfucker.
But that's what I had for her. And she was always just this special object to me for all these years. And it was never.
You had to feel it, but did you understand it, girl? You had to feel it. But is you really understanding what the fuck is going on? Because if you did, there shouldn't be anything in this world that would have you sitting next to this motherfucker right here. It shouldn't be anything if you truly understand. But you felt it.
Never like I was ever infatuated with her. It's like,
you see that?
When you say I love Jesus Christ,
look. Oh, bitch. She thinks she want him to shut the fuck up. She tired of him talking. Whoa.
It's like, no, it's like Jesus, hallelujah. And that's what it was like. It's like, oh, it's like a love. It's like,
she's smiling, but I think she's trying to calm herself down. Look how intense her eyes is. She just looking right into your soul, huh? Look, girl, I understand you. I do. I understand you.
it's like a reverence, a respect. It's like, oh, you're special. Okay, cool. Like, don't mess with that. Don't touch that. I'm not like, oh, I gotta hit that. I gotta get some of that. It was never that at all. Like, it was never even like, I want to be your friend. It was, baby girl. It was always just like respect.
It's gonna be interesting. Look how Ellie is looking. Look how she looking. And look how he looking at her.
They say most men are attracted to those women who are like their mother.
See, this the issue. This the issue with him. Is that he is subconsciously being a Leo. And what he think a man is what actually a Leo is. So he acting out those characteristics. Because he looked at her like he wanted to chastise her. Like, you better obey me or something. But I don't feel like Velvet allowed him to like hit the kids or whatever and stuff. I don't feel like we know that Velvet will fight back. And he a coward. So not to say that he's a coward as in he's afraid to get his ass beat. I don't think that Velvet is. Like, she will fight you. And if it get bad, it just get bad. But he don't want to fight like that. He don't want to fight like that. So I don't think that he try her like that. But I feel like he just acting. Like, he want to look like he got shit in check. He's the man of the family and shit like that. Velvet bet not be letting him just do crazy shit, like, because like, I feel like I don't agree with that parenting style because I don't feel like you need to scare your kids and stuff like that. You could have your kids respect them by just talking to them and helping them to understand. I don't know. You got kids with different personalities, though, honestly. Because I have seen some kids and that shit don't work on them. They the type that they might do need their behind whoops, you know. Um, so yeah, it's something about that. And it's not like if you was to get with a man, I don't feel like the man should be able to correct the kids. I feel like it should be co-parenting or whatever if you're choosing this man to be in that position. But then at that point you should choose somebody who have a similar parenting style, which shouldn't be the same with every child. Like, you dealing with different energies, but you also have to make sure that this man or woman doesn't have some other agenda. They healed in themselves. So they're not projecting their brokenness on your kids. Okay? So
I'm attracted to
and women are attracted to men who are like their father. And
yeah,
like, I mean, for you to say that, I'm just saying.
That's deep. That's deep. But
oh, she really know her mama. She know her mama. Like, she know how her mama really feeling. So she, in a way, soothing her. I understand. You would manifest kids like that? Cause my daughter, she was like that too. Cause Velvet, she a really intense person. So you would manifest kids that are like this, that pay attention to your moods and everything. Like, my daughter was always really aware of how I was feeling emotionally. Mm-hmm.
But I've seen that in other relationships too. Like with Zoka, I've seen a little bit of my sister and my dad, you know, and my cousin Danielle and her. I've seen, you know, a little bit of this and that person that. Her though, it's weird, bro. Like her connection with like my family, her family, bro. Like, I'm gonna let her speak for herself. Yeah. But what I'm learning about her father and me and her father having so much in
Wow,
common, it's
bitch. Don't you motherfucking dare, bitch. You should have just let her talk about her dead daddy. You not finna sit here and loosely talk about her dead daddy. Cause he real no, no, no. Wow. I feel like even Ellie is feeling this. You see how hurt she reacting? Wow, bitch.
it's really weird. I see why Eligio kept us so separate for so long. I get it now. He felt the chemistry way before we felt the chemistry.
Wow, bitch.
And I remember one time she asked me to make like patty dough. Dough for like little Jamaican patties. And I was she showed me how to do it. I'm on my knees sitting there watching. I'm next to her. He's like, I can't believe you. Like, you want to be with my wife? You too close. You like him? And I was like,
I see your eyes.
I'm like, nigga, yeah. I'm like, it's dope, bro. And like, but I mean, I've been punished for days, weeks. For one time, I gave her a hug and I like picked her up a little bit because my friend did it. Tron did it. He hugged her and he picked her up, and they've been friends for a long time, and it was cool. So then she came to my turn. It was my turn to hug her because she came back. I hugged her. I give her a little pick up too.
What's the punishment for days, weeks? What does that look like?
I had what?
She ready to go. She's saying she hungry.
I'm always at the top rank, right? I had to be demoted to the very, very bottom for weeks. So that means I had to do all the extra cleaning and stuff. Shit, I did anyway. I did all the extra cleaning, things like that. And then on top of that, I didn't get to be with my wife. I didn't get to spend time with my wife at the time. And so that's being taken from me. And then also, so the wife, what was it? The rank. Yeah, it was the rank. And then, I had to stand in the corner.
People from Florida.
$7 hours.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. God, see, when you say stuff like
that day.
Okay. I feel like they trying to make this shit look real. So that's why she reached out and touched him. It took all this time because she had to build it up in order to be able to do it. And it's painful for her to even have to do it. And every time I pause on his face, he really looked like in pain, but he looked surprised. He looked surprised.
That day, I stood there 7 hours.
So wait.
I was so disciplined on myself. They offered me food, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I got this.
I mean, when you say things like that, I'm like, nigga, fuck this corner and fuck everything. Yeah, what makes you say I'll stand in this corner for 7 hours? You just mentioned discipline, which I respect that.
I didn't know Eligio was a liar until after I left the group. Yeah, I mean, even like it was like 2 or 3 months after I.
Nah, nigga, that ain't what he asked you. He basically asked you, what made you stand in that corner? Because we all seen Eligio make you stand in that corner. Because he always telling stories about how he the hero, how he, always trying to make the right decision, the moral decision and shit. But now he asking you about that time that you was standing in that motherfucking corner. So, why?
I left the group, did I barely find out that he was actually a liar. I know that sounds crazy to say, but I know he's a black man, being spiritual. He likes this, he likes Hennessy, he likes this, he likes that, he likes those things, and so I don't want to take that from him. You feel me? So I'd give that.
You know what? I'm curious about something. I want to know, how do Velvet feel about Eligio? How does Velvet feel about Alethea? I think she over him. I think she over him. How does she feel about Solar? All right, hold on before I get into these. Wait. Oh, bitch. Wow, bitch. Hold on. Uh, I noticed it that time. The deck I'm using. Oh, let me make it bigger. My bad. The deck I'm using is my deck. You can find it in the Make Player Card link in the description. This is my On the Mind deck. All right, so I asked how do she feel about Alehio? First card that came out. I need to stop procrastinating and just do it. I need new inspiration. This is the Ace of Wands reverse. So I don't feel like she no longer turned on by him. I feel like she detached from him. But I feel like she have conflicting feelings about what is going on. I do think that she also consider like how she present Alehio in front of her daughter. Even though she's seen and heard other really bad things, but the fact that Solar is doing it is different, you know. The next card that I have is I may not have all the answers. Have I led you astray? See, this is her conflicting feelings about all of this. I think she have her reasons of doing this. You know, I'm not gonna really dig too deep into that because at this point, you know, I don't really care like that. Um, but I feel like she could manifest better in her life, but she gotta believe that. Um, I don't I don't feel like she's not attracted to him. I'm getting to his cards, but she's not attracted to him. I think she's just doing this for clout or whatever they promised her or paid her or whatever. Um, I also I don't feel like she's doing this to make Alehio upset. I don't feel like that. I think it's more related to money. Yeah. Cause I kind of feel like she want to be like famous. She wants to be known. I think that she right now is actually really considering herself as ambitious. She feel like, well, this is what I have to do to get my foot in the door. Cause I think that she thinking about a TV show or something. Um, I feel like people made promises to her if she play along with this shit. That's what I feel like. But you have to really think about it, Velvet. I think that they just using you and they're not gonna give you what they promise. And even if they did give it to you, it's not gonna be what you hope for. You should get it another way. You should do that. It might take longer, but you will hold on to it much longer. And the people that come across your content, they would have trust in you. They would be dedicated spiritually in a healed way, you know, because We ain't trying to build cults out here, okay? It ain't that shit. But she need to be deprogrammed. Her mind is fucked up. So, anyways, I just don't feel the same. I'm detached from my emotions right now. We still on Alihio. She from the situation with Alihio, she learned how to detach. But I still feel like she's very passionate, and that's because she still got some spirit in her. I feel like that's why I can't just dislike her. Something in my spirit likes Velvet, like just as a person. She ain't showing it to me right now, and maybe I'm looking at potential, but I don't know. I have faith in her. I feel like she could still be a balanced and powerful person, but she got to truly heal. And I don't know, they're going to take some time, but we'll see. It is what it is. I'm focusing on my goal and going after what I want. Nothing will stop me. See? She considering herself very ambitious right now. She feel like she doing what she have to do to get herself unstuck. So, and she detached. Like right now, she kind of like just trying to make herself numb just to get through this shit. But then let's get into how she feel about Solar. First card that came out. I can be abrasive, cold, and detached. If I'm not careful, I can hurt a lot of feelings. Boy, she be hurting his motherfucking feelings all the time behind the scenes. I don't think she attracted to him. See what else? I feel like she think he's immature. We got the Magician reverse. Where do I start? What skills do I need to learn? She feel like he need to grow up. She feel like he fraudulent. I need to get on my feet first. I keep thinking about what I lack. See, with this card, she keep thinking about her bills and shit, Like, she a single mother. She a single mother with 2 kids in this economy today. I feel like she doing this for her kids. Cause she feel like, she have to feed them and clothe them and take care of them. And this was an open, easy option. I don't really feel like it was worth it, but because of her popularity, I do feel like it made things more complicated, you know? Because, even if she went and got a regular job somewhere, somebody gonna probably be filming her or talking about her or asking her questions. She might even have dudes that fetishize her and become stalkers and everything. And what protection do she have? Because she don't have enough fame to be able to purchase protection. And the way that people think, they so toxic out here. They can't see beyond the shit that they see on the internet. So I think that life is kind of scary for her. And I feel like that's why she's settling for this. But I don't think she happy with it, but she feel like, I think she trying to become independent. She trying to get something out of this, and she hoping that what it would do is lead to independence. But Velvet, you made decisions, and you just gonna have to eventually take the hard route, which is realize that you ain't gonna be free until you get away from this shit right here. And at first, it's going to make things complicated. It's gonna be a struggle, but you have to have faith that something better will come along, and do what you have to do. And when you out there in the world, cause your dad passed away, you having issues with your sister, who do you have for real? So this is a really hard experience for her, but she signed up for it. So you might as well go through it by doing the right thing. Doing shit that doesn't make you feel like you about to go crazy inside. You shouldn't have to feel like this. And if you could find a way to express yourself, like people, you have to heal. People like Velvet and they want to hear what she have to say. They nosy about her life. So she could find another way. But I know she also have to realize that these people put her in hard situations because they want to get her trapped like this, because they want to steal her light or they want to gain something from it. That's what they doing. Stop giving them what's valuable. And they gonna make it hard for you. Like they gonna suppress your YouTube, and they gonna make it hard for you to sell your products and shit like that. But that's all right. You gotta just find a way, cause this shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth the suffering. Oh, here we go. I'm not taking care of myself. I abandon my responsibilities because I'm not grounded. I only care about what I can gain. Like Velvet, she don't want to work a regular job, and I understand because I myself have issues with working a regular job. Okay. Um, but shit, I do it if I have to, you know. um, we in a time right now that people is really craving freedom. Um, and doing the everyday rah-rah is just too, like, it's painful to our spirits right now. It's painful. Um, so it's not just laziness, because I do feel like she's ambitious. It's just that, you know, you want to do something that you care about. You want to do something that you love. I feel like Velvet might want to be like an entertainer or something, maybe like a actor or something. I don't know. But you know, she need to find another way to go after what she truly wants. And she needs to learn how to heal her relationships around her so that she can have people that she trusts in her corner. She need to start associating herself with better people. But anyways, so let's continue. So yeah, behind the scenes, she don't give a fuck about Solar. Like, I think she be telling him, like, don't touch me. I feel like they kind of like a business agreement. She is pregnant by him. So I guess she be fucking him sometimes, which is insane. Look. Child. She probably done fucked him on one drunk night, got pregnant, and now she going through this shit like, damn, I'm going through this shit again. And she care about what people think about her. So she feel like, she pregnant by him, so she might as well settle down with his ass. Some dumb shit like that. But girl, she must have something against abortions. Um, girl, please. Mm. It's karma that comes with that. But if you really don't want to have this child, and why it's still early, girl. Hell, motherfucker. Yes, I would have got a motherfucker abortion getting pregnant by Solar ass. Especially if I know I didn't want to settle down with him and stuff like that. Because look, I never had an abortion in my life. But that's because, for one, I'm selective of who I'm fucking. But if I start to feel like I don't see a future with you, I'm not gonna want to produce a kid with you. That's really how I feel. I'm real adamant. And that's why I don't be fucking shit. I can't even really remember the last time I had sex. But the last time I had sex was with my ex-husband. And I already feel like the next person I'm gonna be fucking, this gonna be somebody I don't mind having this situation with. Okay? Like, it's gonna be a situation like that. Like, I already made up my mind on that shit. Like, I ain't with no casual shit because, for one, it's too many demons out here. Like, it's too much going on spiritually for me to be reckless like that. I don't got time for it. And I don't want to make my life hard in that way. Somebody keep texting me though. Oh, okay. So, it's karma that comes along with getting abortions, but I feel like the karma with having a baby with this motherfucker is worse. And I know she feel like that too. Like, I don't know. Mm-mm. Let's continue.
To him, like that's you. That is you being you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
So I have to ask then, what do you feel? And I mean, not what do you feel, but also, if you know, what is his thoughts on y'all's situation right now?
I think you really want to know what I think.
Yeah,
I think he knows what time it is. I think he's very grateful. I think he knows that there is no better outcome for Ellie.
Okay.
I'm her
so
godfather.
He's thinking not of her.
I've been carrying her around since she was out the womb, walking. She talking about what's that? I'm teaching
Wow,
her everything.
bitch.
Like I've made sure I be going out.
You're a motherfucking lie, because there was times that she wasn't even there or around you. And that's not true, because Alihio wouldn't have had that. Come on now. This nigga right here. This nigga right here. And you still a stranger to her. Like, come on now.
On the streets looking for medicine for her and outside of the country so she could breathe at night. I'm doing
motherfucker. See, this how you know when you dealing with a weak ass motherfucker, cause they look for any little thing to grasp onto, to give themselves some type of boost. Like this whole time, he only talked about himself. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. You haven't even noticed that the baby was hungry. That's how I know you don't give a fuck. Because any child that's around me, like I'm paying attention and stuff like that. I would have had noticed when Ellie looked up at her mama and said like this. I would have had noticed that shit and would have been like, yo, you want to say something so you could go ahead and get the baby some food or something like that and everything. Cause I don't want to like hold y'all up and everything. Or maybe we could let her eat something here or something. I would have tried to rectify it because I would have had cared about the well-being of the child. But this motherfucker don't give a fuck.
all kind of crazy things to make sure this little girl is having the best possible life.
Look at that. As soon as he touch her, she not comfortable with it. She looks at him. She looks at him. Well, no, she looks at Ellie.
And it's not even like I'm looking.
And look, she's soothing her. But I also know it's because she know that she hungry and this shit is taking forever.
At it like I'm gonna get with Velvet and we go through. I'm like, no, it's just respect. That's the chief's wife. Her daughter needs help. Come on, like this is what we stand for. Why wouldn't
He's still talking about this shit, the same shit. Nigga, you in a conversation with yourself. Velvet, do better, okay? At least speak your motherfucking mind. God damn.
and I'd give everything for that? And I did. And I stayed around in many situations where I shouldn't to be there for everybody else. So I would take.
Oh Lord, nigga. Look, even Ellie know you lying. I don't know. Ellie is a powerful spirit. Like she looking at this nigga and she's seeing something. She's seeing something. What you see, girl? Look, she got this cat on her.
I'm the guy who will take the lashings for the group for everybody else, but they trying to make an example out of me and still like push through that.
And she leaned on her mama. She never leaned on him.
And still do more and above and beyond. That's my energy. So it's like that being used against me, it looks.
And you know, sometimes I be feeling like, you know, when your kid's young, it's hard to date. Like I didn't get married until my daughter was a teen. Because like I feel like it would be a different situation if I was having a baby and raising that child. That's what it have to be in the future if I have more kids. Like me and that person have to be in something serious or something. Cause when you a single mom and you've been raising your child a certain type of way, boy, it's hard. It's hard to have a guy come in and they have like a different mentality and they have a different way of wanting to raise the child and stuff. Like a lot of times I ended relationships because it was making my baby feel uncomfortable, you know. So it's hard. It's a feeling today. Like it's hard, you know. But now that my daughter is older, and when I got married, she was older and stuff like that, it was much easier and everything. Cause for one, my daughter is hella advanced, okay? Like she have high emotional understanding. Um, and she truly care about people and stuff. Like she have similar energy to me. So like it's just a different situation. Like she came into knowing herself at the point that I got into a serious relationship. So I don't know, when you have young kids, I feel like you have to be extra careful when it comes to dating and relationships. And it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. Because for one, kids are hella honest. And I know that she see through Solar. So I feel like in some way Ellie made it clear that she don't really like Solar. She just kind of tolerate him.
Really bad.
I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. The way y'all sitting there in the aura and the way y'all are set up right now, I know he's not happy. There's no happiness in that boy.
Yo, I think
and
for
when
her,
he sees this,
for
No,
her,
for her, hey, listen,
yeah.
I'm glad you said like that. For
Everything
her,
else
for her,
is-
she's happy. But to see you next to Velvet, rubbing that shoulder, looking in her eyes and sweet nothings.
what man wants
They
to
don't
see
even
another?
know.
What man
They
wants
don't
to
even
see a
know.
better man taking care of his child?
Sheesh.
No man. How are you over there taking care of the child that I didn't want to take care of?
You know what? You said what? Go ahead.
Oh Lord. I feel like Velvet about to make me renege the shit that I said. Cause she on kicked into character. She used to do this with Alihio. Because she's like in a place where she just like turned into a bot.
Men should be responsible then. If that's the case, then they should be responsible. And if they're not going to be responsible, then they should go in the corner. They should go put themselves in the corner.
That part.
His turn in the corner. Goddamn. With that being said, as of right now, as of your exit from Carbonation, Velvet's exit from Carbonation, and we're gonna speak to Velvet, but I just want to know, as far as how are y'all doing right now? Because we watch y'all online. We seen after the whole Jaguar situation, she herself was investing in y'all's relationship. She was investing in the kids and the babies, and then we seen y'all kind of had a little situation that might have took things left. But yeah, y'all are here right now, united as United
Right.
Front. How are y'all doing right now? Just again as a unit.
So like I was saying about the Jaguar thing and Goomba, it's like they had an issue. He had an issue with the fact that she was so obsessed with our relationship, making sure I was taking care of. I'm really hurting. She's knowing that. She's believing Velvet's a good girl, and from what I'm saying about her, and she wants us to come back together. And so me and Jag, a lot of her stuff is predicated on that. She bought gifts for Velvet. She's bought multiple gifts that I can't even talk about, for her big gifts, small gifts. And I'm just like really grateful, for her energy at all. But this was our relationship, and the success of our relationship was like driving a wedge in between Goomba and her, because it's like their relationship's falling apart while they're putting ours together. And so I could see his perspective from that standpoint.
No, definitely, man.
Okay, now that we're done with that,
Yeah.
Man, I swear it's your story again.
He ain't like that.
When I go online, I see hours of videos watching what your story is and is currently going on still to this day. And it's crazy because it's too much to consume. And one day, I hope there's a book, I hope there's a movie, I hope you yourself write music that kind of tells this whole story to kind of give us all a real introspective look on what really happened and just kind of be able to take the journey with you. And again, you're still writing your story. So, you know, we're just, that's a part of your life that you're still young and man, I don't want to, anyway, we're going to go all the way.
I think he's still thinking about it. How she just got up and walked off, but it wasn't about him. He wasn't paying attention because the child was hungry. But, you know, see, that's how you know that they disconnected. Because, you know, like, if they was connected and comfortable with each other, it would have been a communication. Like, you know, I'm finna go feed her. I wouldn't have just got up and left or whatever. But I don't feel like Velvet feel like she owed him that.
Way through there, but man, it's definitely a blessing to be able to have you come through here, tell your side of what the situation with Jaguar was, but also really just kind of give a little slight inclination of what your mentality and psychology was behind going to.
He probably gonna talk about that shit later. Be like, you remember that part where you just got up and left? You made us look bad. Some shit like that.
To carbonation. I hope this does redeem not only yourself, but some people who had just assumptions about what things were, because again, you're very well spoken.
Anyways, all right, I'm done. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay blessed.